Hey YouTube, my YouTube family, how you doing? I am Melba, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, it's after Latchkey to to Legacy with Melba. Nice meeting everyone. Um, Today we're going to talk about what Soul Train taught us that school didn't. So on Saturday mornings, don't y'all remember the oh my hair? Don't y'all remember on Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock we watched the cartoons first, and I used to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and watch all the cartoons, and then took a little break, got us something to eat the cereal, probably around about 10, 10:30 ish. And then that mostly all the cartoons had came on for the morning because they came on early. So we was up watching cartoons all Saturday morning, and then Soul Train came on at 11. And well, after that, I think it was wrestling came on, but at 11 o'clock, that was our time. It was 11:30. We watched our Soul Train and got up on the new dances, the new music, the whatever was a hit song was out during that time. They was gonna do the Soul Train dance to it, or was gonna be in live there in concert on Soul Train on that Saturday morning. So when we were growing up, Soul Train was a really big deal because it told us about fashion, the new dance moves, what they were doing on Soul Train. We'll go to school and we'll get groove into it as well. So yeah, Soul Train was a big deal. And today I'm gonna tell you what all entails with it, the reason why it was a big deal, and give the and put out some points of why it was the best thing ever for a child that was born in Gen X. Because I know I probably was watching Soul Train even at. I remember it used to come on at nighttime when my parents used to watch it. I was up with them at night watching Soul Train with Don Cornelius. Yes, I was. Um, he kind of started going. What's his name? When he started hosting this show. Gosh, the handsome light skinned. How can I forget his name? Oh gosh, Moore. Uh, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'll come over his name in a minute. How could I forget his name? He's fine. uh, let's see who hosted Soul Train. If it'll let me find out who's doing it. His last name is Moore. I can't think of his first name. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. I got to get into this, and again, if you Gen X, you know about Soul Train. I don't probably know it don't make any difference what race or color you are. Okay. Again, this title of this is What Soul Train Taught Us That School Didn't. I'm Melba, and that show taught confidence before we knew what that word meant. Before we knew the word, Soul Train taught us confidence. Let's put it like that. And my talking points tonight is going to be expression through music and style, cultural pride and self image. It did that. Community influence, carrying that confidence, in even into today in 2026. Y'all, let's get into this about Soul Train. So Soul Train was so fun and expressive and artistic and just all into the culture of hip hop, and it was soul music, R&B. That that's what it was back in the 80s and 90s. We had some of the best music that came out back then. Uh, it was so good that I even listened to rock music back then, and it was still cool. sometimes even heavy metal, but not all the time. It's just when we was up at the college when I used to go to I, I had a class at the college for the afternoon. And up in that building, they used to play some rock and roll music like Bon Jovi and all that. But anyway, let's get into this. Um, Again, this show taught us confidence before we knew the word, and um, it gave us Black youth a space to see ourselves and celebrate our full color. So that's what it was about. It gave us it was that was our place to be. That was our music. That was our artists during that time, and it was amazing. You felt every bit of everything that was involved with them, the artists during that time because we they were just dancing and just expressing everything that you wanted to see, the art, the clothing, the moves, the style, the artists. They built this culture. Soul Train built this culture up. It was just part of it. It was just what I can say, smooth daddy. You hear me? It was amazing. Okay. American music variety television shows, the dancers' natural hairstyles, platform shoes, colorful vests, bell bottoms became the cutting edge of Black fashion. See, they were the trendsetters. Soul Train was about how you wanted to when you went out. As we got older, what we were going to wear on some of those weekends. Because I know I used to like I seen Rosa Perez on there. I want to, she was up there. She was really getting it. But anyway, I had a few of her dance moves too. She was going. What was that movie? Not Jungle Fever, but that other movie. I can't think of the name of it. She was just really up there dancing. We had her dance moves down. So anyway, y'all, never mind me. But yeah, for Gen X was more than a TV show. It was a Saturday morning ritual. That's what it was, a ritual and a clubhouse, the ultimate clubhouse, where Black youth defined themselves through a fusion of rhythm, fashion, and cultural pride. Yeah, that was our pride. It provided a national stage for Black kids to showcase a style that was unapologetically Black and served as a crucial cultural mirror. Um, Musical expression in the dance revolution, Soul Train. It introduced Gen X to the evolving sounds of R&B, soul, funk, and eventually the early days of hip hop. The Soul Train line, the iconic segment, allowed for individuals spontaneously and personal expression, where dancers improvised routines that reflected the vibrant evolution of street dance. Pioneering moves. The show was launching paid for style like locking, popularizing by groups such as the Lockers, living the culture. For many Gen Xers like me, myself, the show wasn't just watched, it was lived. Yes, it was lived. Okay? And put emphasis on lived. It literally was. Just what we was waiting on Saturday mornings to come on. Turning house cleaning into a whole concept. House cleaning and dancing and popping and rolling, looking at Rosa Perez. Yeah, it was just it was what it was, y'all. It was amazing. Um, while you're cleaning up in that house early in the morning, us Gen Xers, we just watched it, we lived it, we were turning our house cleaning into a whole concert where kids practice the latest moves, saw a screen, the style and the culture statement. I'm hitting this point right now. The fashion of Soul Train was often a cutting edge. It was cutting edge, baby. and marrying sounds and style that influenced designers and mainstream culture. Yes, yes, it did. Um, Signature looks, dancers proudly sported natural hairstyles like afros, platform shoes, bell bottoms, colorful vests. In the 80s and 90s transition, as Gen X grew, the style evolved into graffiti covered jeans, skinny ties. Hold on, y'all. Okay, graffiti covered jeans, skinny ties, and shoulder pads. Visual identity dancers that began the career of Soul Drain floor, embodying a distant attitude and a fashion sense that eventually premeditated films and music video. Yeah. Uh, Lasting impact that showed helped shape the fabric of the nation, uh, acting as an extension of the civil rights movement by providing a platform for Black-owned production and creativity that forged a generational bond, which influence still seen today. Social media dance trends. Are you looking for specific Soul Train fashion trends, perhaps a playlist or classic hits that define the Gen X era on that show? So yeah, Saturday mornings, if you was the one you had been out all night, had went to the skating rink or had went to a ball game that night, you still was gonna get up and watch them that Soul Train dance. No matter who you were getting up. If you was in your robe, you was gonna get up and watch that Soul Train with a bowl of cereal. Yes, you were. Um, but most of the time we was up cleaning up, or we had already been watching cartoons or whatever, and we were eating or washing. We're cleaning up while we was watching Soul Train. Okay, let's get more back into this. So, how are y'all enjoying it so far about Soul Train? What are the memories that y'all have about it? Put it in the comments. Please like, share, and hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you. Thank you. For Black Gen X children was much more than a Saturday morning dance show. It was a definitive cultural mirror and a lifetime of validated through identity, style, and beauty in the full color, hosted by Don Cornelius. The program offered a national stage for Black youth to see themselves celebrated, unencumbered by the mainstream gaze. Impacted a culture of pride and self image, visual affirmation. At the time when Black representation on television was minimal and stereotypical, Soul Train featured real teenagers with dazzling afros, platform shoes, and unapologetic blackness. Hey, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Unapologetic blackness. The visual ability help viewers develop a positive ethnic identity and a sense of belonging. Self expression through dance. The iconic Soul Train line became a weekly ritual where you showcase individual improvisation spontaneously and unbridled creative expression. Moves like locking, robot, and popping originated in these streets cultures and were decimated globally through the show. Trendsetters, baby, trendsetters. Defined by fly fashion, the show was a catalyst for trends, blending boho hippie style with Black nationalism and encouraged Black youth to embrace their national beauty and wear whatever made them feel fabulous. It established a standard of cool that influenced global pop culture, pop culture for us by us mentality as Black owned production. Soul Train embodied the spirit of the Black Power era. Drop the mic. The Black Power era. Drop the mic. Do y'all hear it? It proved that Black culture was significant enough for a national platform, fostering a generational bond. This was a generational bond, y'all. Um, a deep sense of collective pride, community, and joy by centering Black joy rather than conflict or strife. The show provided a safe space for community leaders to give speeches and for the youth to experience liberation through rhythm. These are all facts, y'all. Let me keep going. Soul Train 1970s to 2000 acted as a pivotal cultural fashion and dance platform for generational X Black youth, providing crucial national representation during the Black Power era. It showcased Black excellence, set fashion, trends, defined pop culture through the Soul Train line, serving as lifetime and community hubs for Black teenagers nationwide. Cultural and community influence on Gen X, a Black power media oasis in a time of limited Black visual on television. Soul Trans offered a dedicated space for Black joy, fashion, and music, enforcing the Black is a beautiful movement, defining an aesthetic style. The show allowed Black youth to see their own style, natural hair, afros, and fashion. Celebrated and influenced the community self perception, the Soul Train line, and social dance. The iconic line fostering a sense of community, allowing for individual expression, and creating a social dance environment and brought people together. Fashion and trend setting, dancers popularized street fashion and trends that quickly spread throughout Black communities nationwide. Cultural hub for youth, it was essential viewing for Gen Xers seeking the latest dance moves like moonwalk, popularized through the show and the music, in the empowerment through representation. It offers a sense of pride, a platform for young Black people to be seen on their own terms. Soul Train ultimately served as a time capsule. Let me repeat that again. Soul Train ultimately served as a time capsule of urban Black culture and bridge that brought Black artists excellence into mainstream America. Yes, if they won the top music on the top one, if they was on the top 10 list, they was gonna be on Soul Train. We knew if a song was a hit in 2 weeks, they was gonna be on Soul Train. We knew that. And I mean, what is it? I mean, uh, like the Culture Club. I mean, all the groups. Uh, the Gap Band. They had Asley Brothers. They had Prince was on there. Did Michael Jackson, uh, Janet Jackson, uh, Club Nouveau, uh, Salt and Pepper. Whoever was hitting back then, they were gonna be on that show. They were coming. Biz Markie, them, LL Cool J. I mean, who Queen Latifah, Moni Love, uh, who else? Will Smith, The Fresh Prince. If they were, I don't remember seeing them on there. They may have been on there, but I'm just saying, I'm just using all these names of who was popular back then. Ice Cube, the all whoever they were, they was gonna come, they was gonna be there. They were on Soul Train. If it was a hit out, Soul Train was gonna have them on there. Um, Keith Sweat for Gen X wasn't just a TV show; it was a cultural masterpiece in Black joy. fashion and unapologetic self-expression, growing up as a latchkey kids, many Black generation, Gen X, develop a fierce independence and internal fortitude that carried into our lives today. The Soul Train legacy, y'all. A great time all the time. Again, Soul Train legacy, a great time all the time. Beyond the music, the show provided a space for Black kids to see themselves as brilliant, authentic, and excellent. The confidence factor, the iconic Soul Train line wasn't just about dancing, it was a display of pose and creativity that helped install a lasting scene and identity and pride. Cultural connection. Today, the legacy live on through viral TikTok trends where Gen Xers provide that we still got those moves. um, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of things on TikTok where they taking the the shorts or they doing the old moves, us Gen Xers, and showing we still got the moves. And yeah, we got them for probably about a good 2 minutes or so. But I don't know. Sometimes we get in a trance and go and get back in that music, and we go back to a time capsule, and we back to 14 years old, and ain't nothing stopping us. We're gonna keep on dancing because dancing is healing. It is. It is something that we as a culture love to do. Um, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, the culture today, the legacy lived on through viral TikTok trends with Gen Xers prove that we still got the moves, often bridging the gap between an analog tradition today and a digital world. Carrying a confidence into today, now age 45 through 60, Gen X are often described as financial powerhouse generation that values pragmatism and real world results, that soul train energy, a blend of style, resilience, and non shit talking attitude. It has translated into a leadership roles and a unique ability to adapt to rapid technological changes while staying grounded in our roots. Are you looking for a Pacific Soul Train clip or more information? Gen X impacted modern music and fashion. And y'all, this is the conclusion of my theory about Soul Train. And tell me how what do you feel about it? What you feeling about it? Add more things in the comments that you remember about Soul Train. What were you doing? What was your favorite artist that was on stage? What was your favorite dances? Who was your favorite dancers on there? Do y'all remember when John Cornelius was on there? Do y'all remember when he left? Do y'all remember all the dancers and their dance moves? I could see their face, and they always had everyone was authentic. They had their own style, and I like the way they got with the women, and they developed the dance moves, and they were color coordinated. Hey, y'all, you got to say they were. It was perfect. It really was. It worked. I mean, it worked really good. Uh, yeah, so that was my Saturday mornings. Is I wish we had some other shows like that on TV. Maybe one of these days we'll get back to that. But it was amazing that we had that during our time of growing up. Because music is so important for the soul. Again, dancing is healing, and music is for the soul. And I hope y'all enjoyed my video. I'll be doing more Gen X related videos. Again, I'm a Gen Xer. I was born in 1972, so y'all can feel me where I'm going. This is my time period, and I really like talking about stuff about Gen X. And if y'all know any more topics that y'all want me to talk about, place that in the comments as well. Please like my video, share it, and also subscribe, please, because I have complete series that are coming. And until next time, love, peace, and soul. See y'all later.